Hello and welcome to another Massie review. As you know, Massachusetts is my favorite ship. My favorite ship. Now, this was a very close. Now, look at our team. Look at our Graf Zeppelin. You know, I told you that to pay attention in our linen sail train. Well, we have our same friend here in the Graf Zeppelin. So we know we've got a good CV player right off the bat. So great. And it's literally Graf Zeppelin versus Graf Zeppelin. So there's no CV difference. So it's all going to come down to ships. It's all going to come down to ships, folks. And this one was probably one of the closest battles. It was literally a back and forth match. And these are why some of the this is why it's literally some of the best matches are the back and forth ones. It's not the steamrolls, it's not the seal clubbing, it's really when it goes back and forth, and it's anyone's game.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon. Teammate, I need your support.
At this point, it's just kind of like, you know, getting into position. There's not much going on. We know that the Zitende Provincian and the Lilianer and D. We know that already. And Arnacio is going to try to sneak into, well,
Carrier sighted.
C and Cap. And I missed that shot. I wish I had Death Struck that, Mogami. Now I gotta get around this island because our
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
Ignacio has been spotted.
Ship detected. The ship is on fire.
Our friend, I believe Stalker dies in a very unfortunate way. He literally gets death struck by the North Carolina that shot him from all the way over on the H line. It's unfortunate. I feel bad for him. I really do. So that was a very, like, okay. And you see, I do have 5 heals, but, you know, I'm trying to make these heals go as long as possible. Because I'm going to need them. And I can't fight these guys because I need to just fall back.
Enemy cruiser detected.
I think this Amagi and he really wanted me. Because I swear he had nothing but heart out for me. Same with the Bismarck. Now, the Mogami, they're winning this fight down south. Let's be honest. They're winning the fight down south. With Stalker down, that really hurt. And he was detected by the sub. That's why he died. Wasn't able to go dark, because the sub was there. And we didn't learn that till later. So, just look at all the ASW and just everything going on there. It's like, but all those battleships should be falling back, but they aren't. They're just kind of pushing in there. Like, Mogami gets just more torps. Now they do pick up that Mogami finally. Finally picks him up. And I am sailing broadside, yes, to Nagato. Unfortunately, or Amagi. Unfortunately, Amagi doesn't have the best range accuracy like it used to. But I didn't get him with 21,000. Lucky Citadel.
Affirmative.
And they lose the so they lose their sub. Now look where our sub is. He is going hunting. Now they kill our Alabama.
Reporting the position of the target. Acknowledged.
Now I'm taking the fire of both the Bismarck and the Amagi. And I take a pretty good hit there. But I give it back to the Amagi with a 12k hit.
Roger.
And there's my third heal.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy battleship detected. Concentrate fire on the designated target. Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
I do get a nice little 3k salvo on that DD. Fortunately, the torps from the Liu Yang run out, so our kid is safe. Let's be honest, if the kid had died, and I had died, it would have been a completely different match. Like, it was very hairy there. Now, our Bismarck does go down. They can just steamroll that whole side. But our sub did really great work. Most of you may know where I stand on subs, but I gotta love this sub. He probably saved this whole match. And you see that Cherbourg basically turns right into my shells. And I detonate him with 2 shells
Enemy cruiser
and a
spotted.
citadel. And basically allowing our
Enemy cruiser detected.
Baltimore to kind of retreat.
All stations reporting the position.
Now we do pick up the Liu Yang and the Cherbourg, so we've tied it up as far as kills go.
Enemy battleship sighted.
And I get a nice AK salvo on the Nebraska.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
But I mean, I have to fight 4 battleships down here. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. I have to fight a Bismarck, a Amagi, and a Northco, and a Nebraska. I can't angle to all these guys.
Torpedoes to port.
And you know, I always say pick up the Mass because it's such a great ship. This is why it's such a great ship. I'm up to almost 2 million potential. But I can't go dark because everything's in my detection range. So there's not much I can do. I just gotta try to just keep that cap off as long as I can. But I think I did a pretty good job of staying alive against 4 battleships. Now our Baltimore finally goes down. Now we're telling our team to get off D and come help. Because we're being overrun here. Now I get a nice 13k salvo right into the flight deck and pin that Nebraska. And our Graf does pick up the Ignacio, so we've got the ship lead now. And I put one salvo on that Amagi to knock him out. I got real lucky. And I get 13,000 hit on that Amagi and kill him. So we've kind of tied it up right there. Yes, they have more battleships. But look at this. Our sub has just been harassing this CV. And the CV is just like not even caring about him. And I'm just putting damage upon damage into this Nebraska. The hybrids aren't that strong, let's be honest. They are really weak ships. They cannot take focused fire. They can't really take any kind of damage. Now, I'm going to go down. I'm going down. But the fact that I've stayed alive this long and took almost 3 million potential, that's still pretty good. Now, our kid is going to do Yolo rush. It's worth it at this point. Because I don't know, because at this point it's really scary to know if we can win. So I'm zooming in on the sub to see what happens. Now our sub is going to get the CV. The sub knew what he was doing. Now we pick up both the Nebraska and the Graf Zeppelin. Right there and then. But our kid is gone. There's not much he can do no more. Because he's in Hydra range and he can't go dark. So we're going to lose the kid. But we've basically, tied it up. And I get the sub trying to stay dark because if the Graf Zeppelin did come back, he could have killed it. But look how low that Bismarck is getting. And I mean, Merc's going to go down, so that's unfortunate. So right then and there, they tie it back up. And I tell our sub, we need that cap point. We need caps to get ahead. And our sub has surface, and he's going to cap B. So right then and there, we're going to get the point lead. But we need the kills to ensure we stay alive. Oh, and our Edinburgh is going down. He just... not the best. I mean, he kind of messed up. But our CV is, focusing the Bismarck and all their carriers, battleships. I mean, they got 2 low health battleships that we need to get down. 2 low battleships, the Northco and the Bismarck. So low. We do have a 100-point lead, but that's not a lot of points. But our Bismarck is secondarying that Northco down, trying to get him down. And our Dzetin's not having that good of luck with his bomb strikes, unfortunately. And I will apologize. I'm sorry if I'm moving the camera. I just wanted to look at the whole map because it's close. It can go either way real fast. Let's be honest. And we're our Dzetin is kind of having a little trouble. But you see how low that Northco is. How low that Northco is. Look at how low he is. And our sub is going to go cap A, so we're going to keep the point lead. But we're telling our Bismarck to secondary the battleships and main gun the Dzetin down. Yep, there he goes. Everything on the Dzetin. So there's 2 ships focusing on that Dzetin. And I'm saying, shoot the cruiser, secondary BBs. And I was worried because of our Graf getting dev struck. If he had been dev struck, it would have tipped the balance of power back in their favor. There's no way we would have came out of that. but our CV gets a nice strike on that. And he's like annoying. I think he was referring to the Zetan, because it was a little annoying.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And our, look at that, 36 HP on that North Coast. 36 HP. Can you believe that? 36. Bismarck's got shots out on him. He should, yep, Bismarck picks up the North Coast. So, literally, we just got to get this one battleship down up north, and we win. And see how it kind of went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, they do pick up Bismarck. They do have a chance, but not really, because we're thinking, why is the Zetan pushing? Well, he'd have to be dev-struck to really get deleted, and that'd be very difficult. But right there, he picks him up. It's literally just the one Bismarck left. And it was, as you saw, it was, the score was really close there. It was jumping around. And I'm thinking, cruiser, stay dark, because, and I'm glad our sub is just capping the, because we have all the points now. They've lost. There is nothing that they can do. Nothing they can do. We have a 400-point lead, and we have the caps. We'll win just on time. But it was very close there. Very close. It could have gone both ways. But we're lucky that we had Mr. Sigrist 50 here in this Graf Zeppelin. I comped this guy and I comped our sub. If our sub hadn't killed the CV, it could have gone probably in the enemy's favor. That sub saved the game. He did so great, and then the fact that I stayed alive so long, tanking like 4 battleships. I mean, they were so focused on getting me down, they weren't focused shooting everyone else. But it was just a bunch of tiny things coming together that made it a victory. Now, this Bismarck is one of the luckiest Bismarcks I've ever seen. Taking all this kind of air power and not dying. He did not want to die. He's gonna take a Torp there, but yeah, he's gonna live. And like all the bomb hits and all the rockets just miss this guy. He is now. If Wade had just a minute, another minute, just 30 more seconds, he would have died to sub-torps. And I wish he had, because that would have been a really great way to end it. But great game.